Hello, I'm Winters and it's my third birthday, or the channel's third birthday, on August the 16th, 2017. So as is tradition, on the birthdays and the anniversaries of the channel, quick video from me to you to say thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your encouragement. Thank you to the community. I'm just a guy in a room making videos, and the YouTube community, the podcasters, the bloggers would not be here if it wasn't for you guys encouraging us and giving you support and listening to what we do. And it still amazes me to this day that some people actually enjoy what I do and support what I do and like to see more. I mean, I'm just a guy who works in a factory in Swindon in the UK for the man, working day shifts and night shifts and weekends and all sorts of weird shifts, and in the meantime decided to film battle reports and stick them up on YouTube. So looking back 3 years ago, there wasn't as many people doing this as there are now. There are a lot more people on YouTube making videos, and I was watching battle reports for a long time before I put up videos on YouTube, and I wanted to play Striking Scorpion. One of the questions I get asked is, why did you start? Well, I wanted to play Striking Scorpion, the man, the myth, the legend, and I thought if I put some videos on YouTube you could see my armies and see that I wasn't a complete tit, and maybe he'd like to have a fight with me. And eventually he did. I managed to collaborate with the legend himself. 10,000 point battle report, got to field Mariva Titan, and it was a long and epic day out, and my dream came true. And then since then the collaborations have gone on and on and on. Tabletop Tactics started around the same time as me, as did Geeks Wargaming. Collaborated with both of those a couple of times now, and Dark Artisan and Visicast and Ace Faced and Black Toad Studios and Imperium Gaming and a couple of others that I'm gonna forget, and they're gonna remind me in the comments section that I forgot to mention it. And YouTube since then to now has just exploded. There's so much more content out there for us to enjoy, for me to enjoy too. There's some very new channels or newish channels. Yeah, and their figures are just fantastic right at the start. So great props to them, like Grim Resolve, Tabletop Assault, pulling in some really good numbers and making some awesome content. Back when I started, it was still, you could still find battle reports with unpainted miniatures in it, or a couple of rocks and some CD cases as terrain. There wasn't a lot of it like that, but there was some. But now everyone has fully painted miniatures, fully painted armies with great scenery on their tabletop, and it's just good for you and me and for everyone else who likes to watch battle reports. And moving forward to the present day, the other thing that happened, which just blew my mind, is Games Workshop decided to support the community as well and launch its own YouTube, well not YouTube, but launch its own TV show, Warhammer Live on Twitch. And I was the first YouTuber to get invited up there in January, which was surprised the heck out of me. But since then a bunch of YouTubers have appeared on Warhammer Live. And as I said, the birthday's on the 16th of August, so talking about Warhammer Live on the 18th of August, Winters SEO versus Geeks Wargaming on Warhammer Live. So if you Google Warhammer Community, you'll find the Warhammer Live stream, which will trip you over to the Twitch page, and it's 6 PM on Friday the 18th. You'll see myself take on Rob from Geeks Wargaming. It's going to be epic. I think I'm bringing the Penitent Forge and bringing Adeptus Mechanicus with a knight. He's bringing his beautifully painted Iron Hands with a couple of Forge World units in there, using the new Space Marine Codex. So very much looking forward to that on Friday, 6 PM, Warhammer Live. And where are we? Oh yes, in the present day, YouTube exploded. Warhammer community getting in contact with us is just incredible, and giving out preview copies to certain podcasters and certain YouTubers such as myself, which is amazing, getting them a little bit early and being able to make review videos and put them up so you guys can see them a little bit in advance. One of the benefits of working night shifts is I tend to be sat in my car just after midnight. Games Workshop have an embargo. They say you can't put up a preview releases, video releases before the pre-order day. So I noticed when 8th edition had the pre-order day, Tabletop Tactics whacked up their video within about 2 minutes past midnight. It would have still been the next day in America, but about 2 minutes past midnight. And I followed suit about 5 minutes past midnight on the pre-order day for 8th. I backed it banged it up there. And when the Grey Knights Codex dropped recently, I shoved it up there a couple of minutes after midnight on the 5th as well, because I sat in my car at lunchtime working a night shift. Games Workshop said, told me off a little bit for that. I need to wait a few hours because it is the pre-order day, pre-release day, but a couple of minutes after midnight is kind of pushing, walking close to the line there. So I get there. I mean, they give me pre-order copies. So what can I do? I can only say, yes, sir. No problem. Please continue to give me some pre-order copies. Anyway, so Games Workshop, I'm rambling. Games Workshop are in contact with us now, making their own videos, and YouTube is awash with great content out there. And my hat's off to everyone out there who makes fantastic content for this community of ours. Forge World exploded in the last year. Horus Heresy Battle Reports now getting covered by Mini Wargamer. I've got my Sons of Horus army on this channel as well. And then we lost Alan Bly. He was the beating heart at the Horus Heresy releases from Forge World. He was the man that the mortar in the wall that held the bricks together, and it was a heavy blow to everyone related to the Horus Heresy. And I'm sure everyone at Games Workshop miss him dearly. I met the guy. I know a number of other YouTubers who met the guy as well, and it's I'm sorry to see him go, but I'm sure his legacy will remain strong, and it'll be very interesting to see where the Horus Heresy go in the future. So now, here we are in year 3, and the internet is exploding, YouTube is exploding, and my channel is just, I keep waiting to reach the zenith and for it to start coming down the other side, but it still keeps growing. So I launched Winter's SEO On Demand, as I'm sure you're aware of, because that's a way that if you want to support me, you can support me. And I've only got so much time to build and paint the armies that I have, so if I need to get more armies, because I work for the man, I don't have enough time to get together those armies and paint them. So if you want to support me, then I encourage you to support me by going to Winter's SEO On Demand. You don't have to, there's so much brilliant content on the internet anyway. And in return, as you may be aware, that you can get an extra 5% off the listed price of Games Workshop products from wargamesuk.co.uk. If you go to wargamesuk.co.uk, it's 15% off listed price of Games Workshop products, which is a great deal, a very good deal. And then an extra 5% off that listed price if you subscribe to me on the on-demand thing, so 20% off, which is a very good deal. And very nice of Martin, if you're listening. Thank you very much for allowing me to twist your arm and offer something back to the people who choose to support me on demand. So yeah, it's continuing to snowball. I keep waiting to see it drop down the other side, but it doesn't seem to be happening. So the channel's growing, and it's you who are allowing me to grow the channel. It's your support, your encouragement, and you are the community. I'm just a guy making videos. So in the next year, who knows where we're going to go. There will be Death Card coming to the channel thanks to the on-demand subscription, and there will hopefully be coming Xenos armies in the future. On demand I've got about 100 people already, which just is, I wanted like 100 in a couple of months, would have been nice. And then once YouTube takes its cut from the £3, and once the taxman takes its cut from the £3, I can't really talk about YouTube revenues on videos like this because they might get upset. But I can funnel that money back in to pay other people to build and paint armies for me, and continue to offer great content, continue to offer content to the community out there, and continue to keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you for your support. Thank you for those that have been with me from the very beginning, and still message me. Thank you for all the on-demand subscribers, because both channels will grow because of and offer more content because of what how you're supporting me. And thank you very much to all my fellow YouTubers and collaborators out there who we feed off each other, don't we? So and thank you for putting up battle reports that I can watch too. And thank you to Games Workshop for supporting the community finally. Give me preview copies. Promise not to upset you anymore. Well, I try not to. Anyway, that was it. Just Thank you from me to you. Hopefully tune in to, hopefully to see you, well not see you, but tune in on the August the 18th for the Warhammer Live Geeks Wargaming versus Winter's SEO. It's going to be epic. Happy birthday, me.